Now this is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan.
That boy is Benny Hunter.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. You talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. As you guys can see, once again, I'm away from my home studio, but I really wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this report from Jay Glazer, as a report out of Chicago is this: Chicago Bears upper management sold on Justin Fields. And obviously something that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, that how rough of a start it has been for Justin Fields to start the season. Through 3 games this season, Fields is 23 for 45, which is about 51% completion percentage for 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. So right now, everything looks off, not only for the offense, but for Justin Fields to start the season. For example, he's missing wide open targets, forcing throws into coverage, and his processing times are still a tad bit slow. So overall, Justin Fields has definitely struggled to start the season. But this is where it gets interesting. According to Jay Glazer of Fox Sports, the Chicago Bears management is still really sold on quarterback Justin Fields, despite his early struggles, which this is great to hear, but it's not surprising at all. The Bears, in my opinion, would not just dump Justin Fields after 3 games struggling, right? And we all knew this coming in. And obviously, I'm in the same boat. I told you guys here on the podcast before, is I'm going to give Justin Fields a full season, right? There's still 14 games left to play, but I did also say that after these next 14 games, if he's still making the same mistakes, if he's still forcing throws into coverage, if he's still missing wide open targets, then yeah, we can have a conversation about, okay, what are the next options? I'm not saying get rid of Justin Fields, but maybe we start having a conversation like, okay, what's next? How do we help Justin Fields improve and get better to help the Chicago Bears win? That would be the main conversations if Justin Fields continues to struggle. But much like the Chicago Bears upper management, right, I am the same way. We need to give Justin Fields a full season to figure it out. Once again, Justin Fields is a new offense. Once again, Justin Fields doesn't have a lot of talent around him. So when you take that into account, that's what we have to consider when we talk about Justin Fields. Yes, I am not disregarding his play. Justin Fields has looked really, really bad to start the season, but you have to take those things into account before just looking at Justin Fields and judging him about his play. And I also wanted to come on here and talk about today on the podcast is this: Justin Fields hasn't been all bad, right? Obviously, when you look at him throwing the football, it has been absolutely terrible. Once again, throwing balls into coverage, missing wide open targets. Once again, when you look at the Houston Texans game, Cole Kmet was wide open down the middle. He just oversold him, and it turned into an interception. Those are not the things that you want to see from your hopefully franchise quarterback in Justin Fields. But Justin Fields has not been all bad. When you look at the running game, Justin Fields has actually helped the Chicago Bears running game, because when you have a guy like Justin Fields that is mobile, and Justin Fields has made many plays with his legs to start the season for the Chicago Bears, that opens up the running game. Obviously, Lucas Patrick came out after the game and said, you know what? Yes, I still have ultimate confidence in Justin Fields. And I know there's a lot of talk about how bad he's looked throwing the football, but he has helped us tremendously in the running game. So Justin Fields has not been all bad. So what I want you guys to understand is that, yes, I'm not disregarding his play in terms of him throwing the football, but we do have to understand that there is other things that Justin Fields has done to help the Chicago Bears win, right? And one of those things is his ability to run the football as a quarterback has opened up those rushing lanes for guys like Khalil Herbert. So let's put that into perspective when we just sit here and bash Justin Fields' play. But overall, I am going to give Justin Fields a full season, and obviously the Chicago Bears management agree with that statement. And obviously, if the news is true, right, about Jay Glazer saying that the Chicago Bears are still sold on Justin Fields, which I totally believe that is true. Once again, they're not just going to sit here and drop Justin Fields after a couple of games. They're going to give him a full season and then reassess at the end of the year if he's still playing bad. Then there may be a conversation about, well, should we keep Justin Fields or should we give him another year? Then we can talk about that. But as of right now, the Chicago Bears upper management are sold on Justin Fields and they're going to give him a full season. Obviously, if the reports are true, once again, I think they are. I think this is really good for Justin Fields' confidence. Obviously, Justin Fields, we talk about it all the time. He's a very even-keeled guy. He doesn't show a lot of emotion most of the time. But obviously, you have to understand that his confidence is probably kind of low right now because he feels that he is not helping the team win. So for a young 23-year-old quarterback with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, with a bunch of fans coming down his throat saying, you look awful, you're a bust, hearing all these things, obviously his confidence is kind of low. But obviously, when he hears things like this, right, when Jay Glazer comes out and says the Bears management are still sold on Justin Fields, that is really good for Justin Fields' confidence. Obviously, once again, even after a terrible start, the Bears management, upper management still believes in Justin Fields. It's good for his confidence. And obviously, this is huge for Fields. That means he has the upper management behind him. That means, once again, that he will remain the unquestioned starter for the Chicago Bears. That means he has job security. But now, Justin Fields needs to continue to put his head down, continue to work hard, and continue to improve. Once again, Justin Fields has struggled to start the season, so he needs to improve on those areas that he is struggling in. If he cannot get it done, then yeah, there's a totally other conversation that we need to have on the podcast. But as of right now, I still have total faith in Justin Fields to be that guy for the Chicago Bears. And I hope you guys can agree with me. I know there's a lot of you guys saying that, I don't think Justin Fields is the guy. And honestly, that is your opinion. But my opinion on that is, to you guys, is I feel like it's way too early to sit here and say that Justin Fields is a bust, or sit here and say that we need to get a new quarterback. Let him play a full season. If he continues to struggle, then we can come on here and have that conversation. But as of right now, I am confident that Luke Getsy, I am confident that Justin Fields, I'm confident that everyone involved in helping Justin Fields improve as a quarterback in NFL will help him improve by the end of the season, and things will start to click. Before I let you guys go, another thing that we have to consider is that his playmakers have to step up. Darnell Mooney has to step up. Cole Kmet has to step up. Yes, I know I just mentioned saying that Justin Fields missed him when he was wide open, but there's also times where we do throw it to those guys and they drop passes, right? So those guys have to step up in order to help Justin Fields. It's not all on Justin Fields' shoulders. Football is a team sport. Yes, Justin Fields plays the most important position in football, or one of the most important positions in football, but it's not all on Justin Fields' shoulders. Another thing is if this is true, if the Chicago Bears upper management is really sold on Justin Fields, then help him out, right? Go into the wide receiver trade market and get him some more weapons, right? Of course, we have N'Keal Harry coming back. Maybe Velus Jones will finally be healthy, but there's no guarantee that those guys help. The Chicago Bears need a true number one wide receiver. I was optimistic to begin the year that Darnell Mooney could possibly be that number one wide receiver, but I don't think Darnell Mooney's anywhere near close to being a number one guy for the Chicago Bears. I think Darnell Mooney is a really good number two wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, but the Chicago Bears, if they're really sold on Justin Fields, go out and get him a true number one wide receiver. And that's just my opinion on that. But overall, I'm still very confident in Justin Fields. I'm really happy to hear that the Bears upper management is still really sold on Justin Fields, because overall, it is still way too early to give up on Justin Fields. Before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. Are you guys still confident in Justin Fields? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, I'll be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic.